everyone, I'm reading a new book today called Wanted, The Perfect Pet by Fiona Roberton. I've not read this book before either, so let's see what happens. This is Chapter 1. Once upon a time there lived a boy called Henry. What Henry wanted more than anything in the whole world, more than chips, more than a cowboy costume, more than an all-expenses-paid trip to the moon, more than world peace itself, was a dog. "But Henry," said his mother, "you already have 27 different frogs. Surely they're enough." There's all the frogs. "No," said Henry sternly, "they are boring. All they do is hop and go ribbit. I want a pet with personality. I want a dog. With floppy ears and a waggy tail and a soft wet nose and a warm furry tongue. A dog that can catch balls that I throw, that can learn fantastic tricks and that I can chase around trees. Because it's common knowledge," said Henry, "that a dog is the perfect pet for a boy." So he decided to advertise, and this is the newspaper, and in the middle he's got an advert that says, "Wanted, the perfect pet, also known as a dog. Must have waggy tail, floppy ears, soft wet nose, warm furry tongue. Should be able to learn fantastic new tricks, preferably house-trained. Apply in person to Mr. Henry, the Pond House, 24 Tadpole Lane, Griblington." And then he waited. We're on Chapter 2. It says the duck. Once upon a time there lived a duck. He didn't have a name. He lived all alone, far, far away, at the top of a cold and windy hill. Nobody ever wrote to him, nobody ever called, nobody ever emailed. He went to the movies and he played ping pong and he watched the sun rise and the sun float about somewhere in the middle and then the sunset, and all by himself he was every single day, and it wasn't much fun. He was all on his own. But then one day he opened up the paper and guess what he saw? With Henry's advert. "I'm not a dog," he thought, "but if I was a dog, I could have a friend at last. A friend to have tea with and go to the movies with and play ping pong with. A friend to watch the sunrise, the sun float around somewhere in the middle, and the sun set." He wants a friend. So with a pair of old socks, an egg box and some string, he created the perfect disguise. He's made himself into a dog with floppy ears and a long tail. Then he packed his things and he set off for the long journey to meet the boy. Chapter 3 is the discovery. He's pressing a doorbell and it says, "Ding dong." "A dog," said Henry. "Woof," said the duck. Henry had never been so excited, and the duck had never been happier. However, Henry's dog wasn't very good at catching balls. He keeps dropping them. He wasn't very good at learning new tricks either. And when he chased Henry around the trees, he waddled and he slipped and he tripped over. Uh-oh, his disguise is coming off. And his soft wet nose and his floppy ears and his tail fell off. Henry was stunned. That means he's shocked. The duck slowly stood up. A single tear rolled down his beak and plopped onto the ground. He's very sad. He just wanted a friend. "I am sorry. I'm not a dog," said Duck. "I'm just a duck." I do not have floppy ears or a waggy tail or a soft wet nose or even a warm furry tongue, he said sadly. Oh, said Henry disappointedly. No, you don't. Henry thought for a moment. Then he picked up the duck and he carried him home. He gave the duck a nice hot bath and a cup of tea. He's dried his feathers and he's all come out all fluffy. He took down his enormous book of incredibly interesting things. He looked for the letter D and he made a list. And he showed it to the duck. He's got a list of duck skills. Ducks can dive underwater, can hold their breath, can swim and float on water. They're fun in the bath and at the beach, useful for hunting treasure, fishing and fetching things dropped in a swimming pool. They can fly. They can put on an astronomical show to earn extra pocket money. They're also good for getting kites and frisbees out of trees. This particular duck was very good at disguises. They're very good at nest building. They've got some spare feathers to be able to build some headdresses with. This duck can talk, which is rare. Also, they won't shed fur. They won't have dog breath. They won't need walking or house training. They won't eat homework or chew up shoes or furniture, and they won't wee on the carpet. So you might not be a duck, said Henry happily, but you're not just a duck. In fact, you are the perfect pet for me. I think I'll call you Spot, said Henry. Quack, said Spot. And that's the end. And a bit like a dog, Henry's in bed, and the duck's on the end of the bed going to sleep as well. So even though it wasn't a dog, Henry really did find his perfect pet. I wonder what your perfect pet would be. Have a speak to an adult and see. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.